Hey everyone, it's Kelly from the Hub. I'm here today with our friend Brittany Mellinger from the Lancaster Housing Opportunity Partnership, LHOP for short. Brittany, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you, Kelly?
I am doing very well, thank you. So last night we did a landlord forum together along with people from Tabor and people from the Lancaster Housing Redevelopment Authority. And we just thought we would come back together and talk to everybody about the non-payment of rent moratorium and all that stuff, just to make sure we're all on the same page with all the stuff that's going on. So Brittany, let's remind everybody about where we stand with all this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So earlier this month, Governor Wolf extended the eviction moratorium in Pennsylvania. So it was set to expire in mid-July, but it was extended till the end of August, August 31st. So this is a great thing for a lot of tenants because it gives a little bit more time to figure things out, especially as the state's rolling out a rental assistance program, which has been a work in progress because they've been trying to address emerging need and try to put a program rapidly in place. So there's been a lot of emerging guidance on how to implement it and how to help people access these funds. So the governor realized that there wasn't enough time for people to be able to access these funds before the previous eviction moratorium expired. So that's why he extended the deadline, giving folks some more time. So I'd love to tell you a little bit more about this program and how people can get signed up, if that sounds good, Kelly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that we want to, so if you're someone out there who you're behind in your rent, and because of the moratorium, you know that you are paying other bills and you let rent sort of stop because you were paying other things because you've lost income to COVID, and you're going to talk about all those details.
Yep.
This is how you get back to whole for you and for your landlord. This isn't just about one side or the other. This is about making everybody whole in the whole system. So let's go through the guidelines for a tenant. So how does this all work? What things have had to have happened to you to make you qualify for this rental relief program?
Well, first of all, you had to have a change in income due to COVID. Your income had to have dropped. So that's between March, before and after March. So you have to be either unemployed or had a 30% drop in income. And your household has to be below 100% of the area median income.
Okay, okay. I don't know what the area median income is, and it's area, so it might change for place to place. So how do I know? Do I just call you and go, Brittany, what's the area median? Like, how do I do that?
So I don't know offhand what it is for every household size, but I do know overall it's around $79,000. So
okay.
It does, it's about the average for the county. So a lot of folks that may have had drops in incomes would likely qualify. So we encourage you to reach out, fill out the paperwork, see if you're eligible, and always feel free to go ahead and give the County Housing Redevelopment Authority a call just to see if you have questions about the program and how it works.
Right, because that's one of those things that, like, it's better to go through the process to see and to get rejected rather than not going through the process and then know that you could have gotten money that could have helped you out.
Absolutely. And even if this program, if you don't meet the eligibility criteria, there are some other programs, some other dollars that are available that you may be eligible for. So they may be able to refer you to a different program if this one doesn't work for you. Okay,
perfect. So you've had to have lost your job, lost income due to COVID-19, and you talked about what that is. And then what do you do?
Well, you have to be 30 days in arrears. So you have to be over 30 days late with your rent to qualify for this program.
Okay. So
if you've been kind of prioritizing your rent and paying and not paying other bills, unfortunately, you don't qualify for this program at this time.
Okay.
You can apply for this program up until the end of September. So there is still time if you don't meet those qualifications right now.
Okay. All right. And for those kinds of questions, you can easily call the hub. You can email us here at the hub too to say, okay, this is my situation. Do I qualify? And we will handle all of that stuff to be able to help you guys out. So yeah, no problem. Okay. So, and you're right. There's also other kinds of programs that might be able to help you get yourself back on track to get things whole again as well. All right.
Mhm.
So you're in arrears. You have 30 days or more, you qualify on the income part, then what?
So then you want to go ahead and start with the application process. So there's going to be a form that you fill out. There's going to be a form that your landlord fills out. And then there's going to be a form about the property that you're living in. And the landlord's going to fill that out and certify that it's a habitable place, so safe to live in. So all three of those will get submitted to the housing authority. So it can be mailed, it can be faxed, it can be dropped off. However you want to do it, send it on in and they will process it. So it takes a little time because they have to check some things. They'll process the paperwork, and then the landlord will get reached out to by a staff member at the housing authority. And then you as the tenant will get reached out to as well by someone at Tabor Community Services to verify your identity, your income, that you're living there, all of those good things that, they got to know before they can give you money.
Yeah, so that's one of those things that like they're going to call you. They may also email you, they may send you a letter, but a lot of this stuff in order to happen really quick is going to happen on the phone. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I'm not necessarily the best person that answers the phone all the time because I don't know who that person is calling. So this is one of those times, just start answering your phone. If it's someone that is asking you crazy things about stuff and selling you siding, you can easily press the hang up button. But
Mm-hmm.
now more than ever, when someone's calling you, they might be calling you to get you to be, to get you qualified for some sort of program. So answer your phone because that's going to make things so much easier for everybody all around. All right. So then we're going to talk about all that stuff. Somebody from Tabor, remember Tabor's the people who handles like financial stuff, like all around the county. They're going to reach out to you and say, and walk you through some stuff. And then someone's going to reach out from the housing redevelopment authority, and they're going to talk to the landlord about those things, get all those things organized. And then you could qualify to get up to $750 a month for your apartment.
Mm-hmm. And if there's more than one adult in your apartment and you both or you all meet those income criteria that we talked about earlier, then it's possible that you may receive more than $750, up to the amount of your monthly rent, of course. They're not going to give you or your landlord more
you're not making money
than you
off
owe in rent.
Right. This is to pay your rent. This isn't to do other things. Right. So they're going to pay up to the total amount that you owe your landlord. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And that check is going to go to the landlord too. It's not like it's not going to go to you and then you're going to make decisions about it. It's going to go right to the landlord, the place that it should go to.
Absolutely. And if you've been out of work since April and you're a couple months behind, that's okay. You can qualify for up to 6 months of assistance through this program. So that could be 4 months in past arrears, and then 2 months going forward if you still cannot find a job, because this is a really tough situation that's impacting a lot of folks across the economy. So that's why this assistance is made available.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that you should ask for help, because money is there, and there are people who are very willing, Brittany and I included, to help you get through some of this really hard time. So just do it. Just ask for the help, because we want to help make everybody whole in this. We don't want there to be fighting about you and your landlord. We don't want any of that stuff to happen. Right. Our goal here is to try to do the best we can with the monies that we have to make it work. And it's okay. So there's a lot of people out there who are like, there's probably only $50. They're never going to be able to fund all the rent in the county. We don't have to talk about specifics, but you want to talk about like what we've sort of been hearing and what's been happening on the county level and also in the state level?
Sure. So they set aside $125 million for this program across the state. And they did some preliminary calculations, and they thought that Lancaster County could have about 2 million of that. But that's really dependent on how many applications are submitted. If there's a lot of need in York County or Lebanon or wherever nearby, and they submit 5 times as many applications, it's possible that some of that funding can go over there. So that's why we're encouraging everyone that that qualifies and everyone that's in need to please reach out and to take advantage of this, because we want to make sure that there are the resources here in our community to help those folks that are in need.
Yeah.
Now, we also encourage you to reach out to your landlord about this, because as we mentioned, the landlord has to submit some paperwork too. And because we recognize that they're probably talking to you about your rental arrears throughout this time. So I know a lot of great landlords have been very accommodating and understanding throughout this time, talking about payment plans and trying to work with folks, but there's been a lot of folks out of work and a lot of folks in need. So please reach out to your landlord. Tell them that you know about this opportunity, you think it'd be great, you want to make sure that they have their money as well, and that this can support you on an ongoing basis for a couple of months while you get back up on your feet. So that can help them steady their income as well. So I know it's a pain to get the paperwork in order for both you and for them, but it's definitely worth looking into. So get that conversation started.
Yeah, and if you have any concerns about, like, I've never talked to my landlord before and I'm a little bit nervous about how to do that, that's okay. Reach out. You could reach out to anybody. I mean, reach out to me, reach out to Brittany. We have there's a lot of people, we talked about this, who are really in this to help you. So don't feel like you are doing this alone. We can help you reach out to, to talk to your landlord about how to make this work.
Absolutely.
Good. Anything else that you want to share with us about this program and what's to come?
No, just I encourage anyone that thinks they might be eligible to please reach out and get that conversation started. If you're not sure how to reach out to the housing authority, you can always call 211. They can screen you and refer you over. That's absolutely fine as well. And 211 also has a whole lot of other resources for other needs that you might have. So I know they're busy folks these days, and there's a lot of folks calling. So make sure you call earlier in the morning or later in the evening if you get a busy signal or if there's a bit of a wait time, because we recognize that is a thing.
Yep.
But please don't hesitate to reach out to get the help you need.
Yeah, and I think that, this is one of those things that if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have worries, send us a Facebook message, share them in the comments. If you know somebody, if this isn't you, but you know somebody who this could affect, share the video, tell them this is happening, have them reach out, give them the phone number so that they can do it easier. Yeah, when we say stronger together in this, we are very serious about this. This is what being a partner means. This is what it means to come together. So thank you, Brittany, as always, for helping us out and making us just a little bit smarter than we were about 30 minutes ago. It's awesome.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you. See you again, everybody.
Bye.